coming up.
Would you want your mother out doing the hoochie mama dance, half naked, dressed in black, where the world is looking at her?
Everyone is entitled to a good time.
No, but would you want your mother to do that?
I would.
Hold on a minute. Would you want your mother to do that?
To have fun in a black dress
No, you're
and
not.
on national television?
Half naked doing the hoochie mama dance. But you didn't answer the question. Would you want your mother doing that?
Depends on how old she is. Yeah, it does. So, in my opinion,
So would you want your 34-year-old mother doing that?
why not? Like I said, everyone is entitled to their expression of themselves.
Is that a
She's
yes
not
or no?
just yes. It's a yes.
That's a yes?
It's a yes.
You would want your mother doing that?
It's a yes. My 34-year-old mother, yes. It's in the self-expression.
What is it that you're trying to express?
She's trying to express, for one, the powerfulness of the black woman and the black movement.
But that's
and
not
how
power
she's in
to go out
solidarity.
and hoochie mama dance half naked. That's no power in that. That's a weakness. Welcome to the Fallen State TV. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Thank you so much for being with me. I absolutely appreciate it. I did a YouTube video, a commentary on Beyonce during the halftime of the Super Bowl. It was one of the most evil things I've seen happen in a public way. And I received a phone call from the Black Student Union at Trade Tech College here in Los Angeles, wanting to talk with me about my YouTube video. I have with me tonight Andre Shirley. Also, Michelle Watson is here, and we want to have an open and honest discussion about Beyonce and the whole race issue. Andre goes to school at Trade Tech, and Michelle is a community activist. Do you work with Black Lives Matter or the Black Student Union, or both?
Both.
Both?
Both, and also the Los Angeles Black Workers Center.
Oh, okay. What do you guys disagree with me about?
Let's go down the list. Well, let's start off with how you described Beyonce and her performance. When you said that white people should have gotten up and walked away.
Why? Why is that a problem?
Race relations is something that needs to be talked about. It needs to be addressed. It has held this country back and held my people back for far too long. And until we can, as a society, sit down and understand what's plaguing us, we will never be able to move forward, ever.
But she wasn't talking about it at the football game.
No, she was bringing attention to the fact that there is lack of value on Black lives here in America.
Most people, when they go to the Super Bowl, they're taking their families, their kids are with them.
Yes.
They want to go there and just have fun. They don't want to hear Black people complaining about so-called racism at a football game.
So-called
If Beyonce
racism.
wanted to talk about it, she should have called together a meeting and say, hey, I'd like to bring everybody together and let's have a discussion about so-called racism in America.
Racism is not private.
Have we asked for this conversation? How many times have we asked for a conversation about race relations? I have a dream that one day my children will be judged by the content of
Black people have been talking about racism for 50 years or so.
Did Harriet Tubman have to constantly go back before a conversation? We are at a point in society where us as young people, we're tired of seeing it. We're tired of hearing. I'm tired of walking down the street in my hoodie and being afraid because I just saw a police officer. Not being afraid because there's some people down on the corner that I don't know. Not being afraid because my next door neighbor is always in his garage. I don't know what he's doing. But being afraid because the people who are charged to protect and serve my life, people who are taking my tax dollars to have a job to protect and serve my life. So tell me about
Beyonce. Let me ask you about Beyonce. Beyonce is 34 years old.
Yes.
She's married.
Yes.
She has a daughter.
Yes.
And first of all, she out doing this booty dance, half naked, dressed in black, looking like a thug. Is that a good example for, and I'll ask you this, Michelle, is that a good example for other young girls? And should a married mother act that way in public?
Beyonce is a woman, and women have sexuality and femininity, right? And so that's where the style comes from. If it's okay with her husband, then it's no one should ever have anything to say.
Would you want your mother out doing the hoochie mama dance, half naked, dressed in black, where the world is looking at her?
Everyone is entitled to a good time.
Would you want your mother to do that?
To have fun in a black dress
No, you're not.
on national television?
Half naked doing the hoochie mama dance.
Depends on how old she is. Yeah, it does. So, in my opinion, so heck,
So would you want your 34-year-old mother doing that?
why not? Like I said, everyone is entitled to their expression of themselves.
Is that a
She's
yes
not
or no?
just yes. It's a yes.
That's a yes?
It's a yes.
You would want your mother doing that?
It's a yes. My 34-year-old mother, yes. It's in the self-expression.
What is it that she's trying to express?
She's trying to express, for one, the powerfulness of the black woman and the black movement.
But that's
and
not
how
power
she's in
to go out
solidarity.
and hoochie mama dance half naked. That's no power in that. That's a weakness.
What is a hoochie
Women are
mama
doing
dance?
that in bars and clubs every day and night. Don't you think?
Showing one's physical beauty
Dance
is a weakness.
is a part of art.
But not half naked in the public. Let me ask this. Beyonce promoted Black Lives Matter. We all know that Black Lives Matter is an agitative, evil group of people who can care less about black people.
We do not
She
all
also,
know that.
let me finish,
I'm
and then
not
I'll let you
saying that
respond.
is- can
She
we not
also
establish that as a
promoted,
fact, though?
hold on, I'll let you respond. She also promoted the Black Panther Party, and we know that Black Panthers promoted killing cops, and they killed at least 2 police officers that I'm aware of. And in Chicago, black people were afraid of the Black Panthers during those days because they were so radical. She also promoted Malcolm X at a Super Bowl game.
Yes.
And you guys are okay with that, right?
Yeah.
You said that Black Lives Matter make black people feel worthy and beautiful?
No, I didn't say we make people feel. I said it is a positive affirmation to ourselves.
They affirm you?
Yes.
And what do they affirm about you?
It affirms my being and the positivity in my being and the purpose in my being.
That
And you
she's a
didn't feel
strong
that
black
way
woman,
prior
that's what
to
we
Black
affirm.
Lives Matter? You did not feel that way?
No,
Why not?
because the way that society is set up, it makes me feel that as a woman, there are things that I shouldn't have. There's a specific way that I should act, and that because I'm black, my chances of everything is significantly lowered.
So your parents did not make you feel worthy while raising you?
They told me I was beautiful.
And they didn't
told me I
affirm
was
you?
smart.
And you
They
didn't
told me
believe
I was
them?
important. But
Did
yes,
you
I
believe them?
believe them.
So
But
why do you need Black Lives Matter
because
to
the way that you are
affirm that?
treated and what you are told are 2 different things. My mom told me I was beautiful now and I was smart. But when I go into society, they don't see that beauty. They don't see that
Who don't
intellect.
see it?
Society. Just because I'm
Who
black.
are you referring to in society?
I'm referring to the structure.
Are you
the
talking
way
about
the whole
white
system
people or
is set
black
up.
people and white people and others? Who
I
are
don't
you
think
talking
we're
about? Are you
spe-
talking about white people?
I'm not talking
I'm
about
not
a person.
specifying any particular
I'm
not talking about a person.
I'm-
But somebody has to be the system that you're referring
it's a
to.
thinking. See, we have to
Who are you
understand that
referring
it's
to?
not a people.
But who are
it's
you
a thinking.
And who is
that's
thinking?
I'm referring to the
predominantly in a
government.
group
Who
of
is thinking
people.
this way?
The people who wrote our laws.
Who is that? Are you talking about white people, black people, Mexican, or them all?
White people.
This-
You talk about white
Mr.
people?
Peterson, if I
Hold
may.
on a minute. Hold on. I'll come to you. You talk about white people?
I gave you what you're looking for, huh?
No, are you talking about white people?
Yeah. I'm talking about anyone who wants or feeds into white supremacy in its structure.
So you're talking
anybody,
about
whether they
whites
be
and
white,
blacks
black,
and
Asian,
others.
Latino, whoever.
Oh,
If you
okay.
agree with this white capitalist, white supremacist structure, then okay,
Andre-
that's for you. But if you don't agree, because there's a variety of all the races who don't agree,
So it's
as
not-
do agree.
Oh, okay. So Andre, you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Yes. I wanted to say that I don't think it's a people. It seems to be a majority of people that have this racist thinking that I must keep this race oppressed so that I can stay superior. Although, I mean, our history do show.
Who are you referring to now?
I'm telling you that it's a thinking that's
And
in
who
society.
is doing this thinking in society?
It's been the Caucasian race for
So the white race
ages.
is holding you back.
No one's holding me back
The
because I
white
create
race
my
are
own
discriminating against you.
because of my
Yes.
race. Yes, It's sad.
And they have
Hold
set
on.
up
Where's
a
your proof
system
of
to where
that?
they don't have to discriminate, but they have a system that does it.
Where's my proof?
Yeah.
The fact that as a young black man growing up in a society, my parents had to tell me that I had to do things 4 times better than the Caucasian person just to survive in this country.
So your
But me
parents told you
being-
that?
Hold on. But me being a person that's objective and I can see both sides of the coin, I go into society, I do the same thing as my fellow classmates. Yet I realize that I do have to do more to get into society. The fact that before I go on the job interview, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with my hair because my texture of hair is not what America deems job appropriate. So I have to go and cut my hair, although I believe that this is where my strength is because I am the only person on this earth that has this kind of hair, that can have any hairstyle without doing anything.
You believe
to
your
it.
hair is your strength?
Everything black people do is called a protest, an outrage. It's because we are passionate people.
No, you're very angry people.
Oh,
Would you
are
include
angry?
yourself in that?
No, I'm not angry.
I actually wanted to ask you, what is your
Hold on,
nationality?
I was angry like you people at one point.
I'm not angry.
But I
Can you
was
not say
able
that
to
I'm angry?
overcome it, and I realized that I had been lied to. You guys, most black people are so angry. You're at a point now that no race like you.
Okay, but
Not
can
just the
can
white race, isn't that right? It's not just the
I
white
mean,
race. The
200
Hispanic,
years of racism.
the Hispanics don't like
60
you. The blacks
years
don't
of
like
Jim Crow.
You
I
know.
mean, constantly being told that we're less than,
No,
yet
but-
you go and get Botox and tanning
Andre.
salons and
Okay.
all this to look like
Andre.
us. You
And
perm
to
your hair,
address
you
the-
crochet your hair to get
Andre,
locks,
Andre,
but we're
Andre.
ugly.
Andre,
I'm just
calm
saying,
down.
we would have a reason to be.
What do you
We gotta
want?
stop
What
listening
is
to
it that
this
you
rhetoric
want?
that's in the media.
Michelle, what do you people want?
What do I want?
Michelle,
When you say you people, what do you mean?
the complaining black people blaming others for the failure of their parents and their lives,
What complaint
blaming
have we made?
others for whatever it is you complain about. What is it exactly do you want from white people?
First of all, I'm just going to take a breath. And
I'm trying to find out
I
what
want-
you want.
what's your nationality?
American.
Are you white?
I'm black American.
Oh, okay.
What do you want?
You Caucasian.
Oh, you do? And
But-
why do you think that? Why do you think that?
Because you seem to separate yourself from us, should I say?
In
Put
what
us on
way?
the other
In
side
what
of the
way?
fence. In the ways that you specified thus far.
Meaning what? Tell me, give me an example and tell me what you mean.
How you
refer
mean? How
to
do
us,
what do
the
you
black
people want from
here
white
as
people?
you
Meaning
people,
that I'm not
including
with
yourself.
Oh, okay, I
It's
got
just
you.
y'all by yourself, right?
Let me explain why I do that. What you don't know is that there are two realities in life.
Mm-hmm.
One is that of good and one is that of evil. And now that I've been able to overcome evil, I don't identify with angry, evil black people. I identify with other blacks and others who are on the side of good. And so that's why I say you people, because I have to divide myself or separate myself from evil and go along with good. So that's why I do that.
What is it that
can-
makes us evil?
I'm sorry, your anger, you're blaming others for your problems, your lack of love and respect for yourself and others.
Okay, well, that's another reason why I wanted to come on the show, because that has been a misrepresentation, right? We're not angry, we're not pointing the finger.
But you
we're
you're blaming
actually-
white people for your downfall.
No, we're not blaming white people for our downfall. Basically, we're just saying when the so-called Emancipation Proclamation was passed, a certain system was also set in place to make sure
So what
black
do you
people didn't
want?
make it that far.
What do you want at this point?
I want race to be taken off applications. Why? What does that have to do with anything? I want to
I
stop
agree
seeing
with that.
my fellow young people being gunned down in the streets for carrying a can of tea and a bottle of Skittles, walking home. I want
Which is
police
most
to stop
important?
using illegal chokeholds to take people down and then completely getting off of it. I want our politicians and our elected officials to see the people that march in these streets across this nation that's saying, wait, no, this is wrong. I want people to do their jobs. I want
You've
to
been
walk down the
brainwashed.
street.
Have
That is-
you been discriminated against?
Yes.
By whom?
By white people.
What did they do to you? Tell me what happened to you.
They told me that I needed to wear my hair a certain way in order to be groomed.
Who told you that?
All right, a supervisor.
At your job?
Yeah, at a previous job.
At a what?
A previous job. I don't work there anymore.
So you were working at this company, and you went in, you applied for the job, and you, at the time that you were applying for the job, you told them, if you pay me X amount of dollars, I would come every day, and I will follow your rules, and you took the job, right? Is that right?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
They can't hear you.
Yes.
They can't hear you, Michelle. Come on. So when you agreed to do that job and follow their standards, their rules, you didn't mean it?
Can
Yes,
I
I
ask why
did,
her
but
hair had to
culture
be a
is
rule?
You didn't mean
everybody
it?
has different culture.
So you meant to follow their rules. Did you know about the hair deal before taking the job?
No, they said, right.
They
They
said what?
groomed means you got up and you did your hair, you did your face, you're aware of your whole appearance, right?
Right. And so you went in there with what, an afro or something?
Something similar.
What you did? What you go in there with?
With a ponytail with the afro and a little bang in the front.
And they
pretty
said,
nice.
no, you can't wear that hairstyle.
They said it's just not it doesn't look professional, and they just made a recommendation, but they didn't say, oh, our rules prohibit you, but they said, oh, look, I just want to make a nice recommendation.
Right. And did they have a right to make that recommendation?
No, they didn't have a right.
Did they own the company?
No, they did not own the company.
Who owned the company?
The owner nobody owned the company.
Somebody have to own the company.
Nobody, it wasn't a company.
These people can't communicate. These are the wrong folks up here.
Oh, wow.
I'm not getting the real answers or anything.
I think you've
Where'd you
gotten
get
some
these
very
people
clear.
from?
Excuse me, sir.
You
Can
guys
you
are not
offend
even
my-
communicating. I thought this was going to be like
Can you not
that.
offend my intelligence while I'm sitting right in front of you? You asked me for clear answers. I gave you clear answers.
I thought this
you
was
choose to have
but
a
you guys are
discussion
not
with
even
the sister
discussing.
because
I'm trying to get some understanding as to what is wrong and what we can do about the problem. But you guys won't really.
Okay, I
Well,
can tell you,
communicate
you're
and
focusing,
telling me-
you're focusing on problem, but you're not
I'm trying
focusing
to-
on the solution,
I'm trying-
right?
and we'll get to
And
that.
you want to know what the solution would be?
No, we need to find out what is the problem. Have you been discriminated against? Who discriminated against you, and why?
I've been discriminated
Well,
against. I've been
it
told
was the
that I had to
policy
get a
that
haircut.
allowed the recommendation to even come in. So it's policies that are created that people have to go by that perpetrate discrimination.
Was this with a private business that you were working for at
No,
the
it was
time?
not
Was it
private
a government business?
Yes, it was.
And so the government rules are you can wear your hair any kind of way you want to?
As long as it's decent.
And so did your supervisor approach you about your hair once you got this job?
Be more specific in your
You said
question.
you got this job, and did you quit the job or you got fired?
I quit.
You quit, and you quit because of they recommend a different hairstyle.
No, that's not the reason why I quit.
Why did you quit?
Because I felt that I wanted more fulfilling work.
So where's the racism in that? Then you quit because you were not fulfilled. You said that was an example of you being discriminated against.
Right, but
Now you're
that's just
saying-
something that
now
black
you're
people on a
saying you
daily
wanted to
basis
be
we have to
fulfilled.
work through.
So
I
was
had
it-
to work
Sir.
through that, right?
So
I
was
had
it-
to conform to that.
So was
but
it racism
ultimately,
or you wanted to be fulfilled?
Mr. Peterson.
Wait a
it
minute,
was
I'll
an
come to you right
instance
after this.
on the job. It wasn't the final conclusion on the job.
So you quit because you wanted to be fulfilled, not because of discrimination about your hair.
Right.
But you just said that was you.
A problem.
But it had nothing to do with racism. You was not fulfilled. Why did you try to make that into racism?
But it's discrimination that we face, that all black people face on a daily basis,
But
that
you-
we have to work through because it's like, okay, hey, am I going to tell them,
But
fuck
you
you, I'm
make-
going to wear my hair the way I want to, or am I going to work this out to the
Michelle,
next week
you're
and make sure
making
that I
this
can
up
get a
because
check?
you have not given me an example of you being discriminated against. I asked for an
think
Not
example.
valid
like
enough
you're
for
trying
Both
you.
to
of
box
you
her
are
into a
running
corner.
around crying racism.
I'm not
and
crying
yet you
racism.
haven't given me an
Can you stop
example.
doing
Hold
that?
on.
I didn't
hold on,
say
hold on.
racism.
I'm
I
just
said
asking you to stop
discrimination.
You
such
haven't given me an
broad
example. You're being
statements.
discriminated against.
Okay.
Have you been discriminated against?
Yes, I have been discriminated
And who
against.
discriminated against
An
you?
employer discriminated against me. They asked me to cut my hair.
Was it a white man or a white
This was
person?
a
or people?
Caucasian female.
Okay, and so private job?
No,
Private
this is a public sector job.
Okay, so you fill out the application
I filled out the application.
and you said on the app that I will follow the rules if
that
you
I
pay
would
me
follow
X
the
amount of
rules.
dollars.
Yes.
And did you have the afro at the time?
Yes, I had my afro at the time.
And they still hired you.
And they hired me.
And so you went in and they said what to you? This
That-
is a white female boss, right?
Yes.
Okay.
After
And this is a
after
government
doing a
job.
great job.
And so you go into the office, she called you in,
Yes.
and she says what to you about your hair?
She told me that I had to cut my hair, that my hair had gotten too long and looked unmanaged.
Oh, okay. And what's wrong with that?
A lot is wrong with that.
Why? Why don't you want to look? I wouldn't hire you with that hair looking like that.
Why?
It's not. It doesn't
That's
look.
my natural hair texture.
It doesn't look
Get
professional.
off the stage. Let's
Yeah, I'm not feminist.
It doesn't look professional.
No, they're gonna leave now. We're leaving. We're leaving.
Hold on.
Yeah,
No, we're
you
done.
ready?
You're done, Michelle. Now you can stay, baby, and
Yeah.
then I really don't know
I'll
you.
stay.
Why is she?
All right.
Why is she
But
bossing you
You're
around?
traumatizing them.
Goodbye.
Stop letting your ass. Yeah, spectacle. Google me. My name's Jasmine Abdullah. I just sat here.
Are you her boss or something?
No, it's about black
Why are you-
love.
why are you
It's about
pushing her
love.
around?
And you see how they're doing this because you're hurting them.
Why are you
You're
pushing her
hurting
around?
them, and you know they don't know what to say. and You're eating them up right now.
You're boxing
No,
everything
it's
in. This is not
right.
an open
Why you-
discussion
And
at
that's just
all.
hurtful.
But-
I love you. I'm not angry with you. I love you and I feel sorry for
They
you.
want to leave.
I feel really bad for you. I love you. You got a lot of self-hate.
Stop pushing her around.
And it radiates
Brother, you got a
and
lot
comes
of
out on
self-hate.
others.
Don't let that lady push you around.
No lady
It's
is
not
pushing
a-
me
no.
around because I feel more
It's
attacked
about
coming
love.
from you, right?
Yeah.
Is he stayed there?
I feel attacked
He stayed
by
there because
you,
he's a man.
but
No, you can't punk me.
I fight.
Oh, you do.
I stand
No,
in
no,
my
no,
Okay,
no,
all right.
I don't know where they came from.
We agreed to have an open conversation, not to be boxed into particular.
Is this a strong woman running right now?
Well, actually, I think
Is
that's
that a
probably
strong
the best
woman
thing for
running?
her.
Hey,
I know I should have,
look,
but
we're trying to do a TV. Mark, don't engage. Continue, Michelle.
Is that a strong woman leaving?
Honestly, I think that was the best decision for her to make.
Stop letting your ass.
I think it was the best decision for her to make because she is younger than I.
I'm sorry.
She is younger than I.
Anyway, I appreciate you coming, Andrew. I mean, Andre Shirley.
Hopefully this inspired some black youth to actually get up and let their voices be heard. Apparently society will not understand if we don't just
All right,
come and
thank
tell
you, buddy.
them. Thank you.
Give me a handshake there. Thank you.
No
appreciate
problem,
you coming.
brother.
All right, thank you.